Joining me this evening is a very outspoken Trinamool MP, also actor, Nusrat Jahan Ruhi. Nusrat Jahan, it was great to hear you coming out so strongly saying that how do you actually correlate love and jihad? Why do you think this whole issue has come up now? What exactly is love jihad according to you?
Why are you even asking me this question? Because the opposition, BJP, has already been trying to manipulate people and feed a different kind of definition in today's times. They are defining love jihad. For me, if you ask me, it's just another agenda before the elections. There is nothing called love jihad that exists in today's times because people are very much aware and they have their own choices to make. They can take their own call and decision. I agree what happened with the girl. It was unfair because I genuinely feel that the guy who committed the crime would have some mental imbalance to go ahead and do something so heinous. Let's not involve religion in this and, you know, use it as a tool, use it as a political tool, and then try and manipulate people, brainwash them, and create a different agenda against one portion of the, you know, I wouldn't say minorities though, but let's not just use religion in between. Love and jihad, like I mentioned yesterday in my press conference, they do not go together. Love is extremely personal. It is upon oneself to love whosoever you want, and that's all. Like, love is personal. Yeah, I mean, like, why do you have to call love and jihad together, put it together? It's a wrong combination.
Absolutely. And you, of course, were referring to that girl, that young Nikita, who was murdered, shot in her head by a person of another religion who was stalking her. But when we talk, I mean, we can't use that incident to make larger comparisons, really, because in this case, it's about couples who've chosen to get married, even if they're from different religions. And it's personal for you because you're also married to a young businessman, Nikhil Jain, who's from another religion. What if, say, there was a government in West Bengal who said that you marrying Nikhil or a person of another religion is illegal?
I'm like, who tells me what to eat, what to do, how to go about living my life? I mean, I still live in India. I am an Indian and I believe India is a free India, democratic India. यहाँ पे Hitler का rule नहीं चल रहा है. There's no autocracy here. So I don't think people will accept something so stupid like this. It's dumb to say something like that.
It's not Hitler's rule here, you're saying, Nusrat, but did it ever come up as a question for you, the whole issue of religion, when you decided to get married? Because you've often been attacked on both sides by conservative Muslim clerics as well. What came up when you decided to get married? How did you deal with it?
No, I think love is beyond caste, creed, religion, sex, everything. Love is something that you feel from within. And I don't think sitting here I would like to explain what love is all about, because love has always been there. People have, you know, fallen in love, and then, like I said, they fall in love. You don't really force or impose love on someone. So it's upon oneself to make that personal choice. Who I fall in love with, who I get married to, who I want to live with, who I want to wake up in the morning with, walk. It's my choice. So I think I've been very unabashed about it.
Absolutely, a choice guaranteed under the Indian Constitution, as Allahabad High Court said. But in your press conference, Nusrat, you made the point that religion is being used for politics. This whole love jihad is a political tool. But it's not just about an empty slogan. In 4 states, now in Uttar Pradesh, it is a law. Other states like Madhya Pradesh, Haryana, Karnataka, all looking at bringing in tough laws against this so-called love jihad bogey. What would you say about this?
Stop this trend. Stop this trend. That's all I have to say. Stop this trend. Like I mentioned yesterday, stop using it as a tool, as a political tool. Stop it. Like, why this agenda just before politics? You need new agendas to come up with. Try something new. Try something little less harmful to the mindset of people. Do not really hamper, you know, the peace that people are living in. It creates a lot of distress. It creates a lot of unrest. I think they should stop it right away.
No, absolutely stop this trend. And I think there's another, also the underlying trend to this, which is we saw what happened that clerics, as I said, conservative Muslim clerics have attacked you also when you posted pictures of yourself dressed as Goddess Durga on Instagram, when you celebrated Durga Puja. You've been attacked as well. Often on both sides, we see women are targeted. Why is it that, do you feel that this whole talk about love jihad also in a sense makes the point that women aren't free to make their own choices, that they can't make their own choices and they don't have the freedom to do that?
Yeah, no, and on the other hand, they would allow the women to get pinned down for all stupid reasons like the one you just mentioned. Is that right? Isn't this very contradictory? It is. So what I will again say is, if I had 1 lakh people coming up and telling me what I'm not supposed to do, I had like about 10 lakh people telling me what you're doing is your choice, so you go ahead with that. So why not focus on the other side? Why not focus on the mass and not on that a handful of people trying to create all sort of unrest?
Why not listen?
They need something. कुछ ना कुछ चाहिए होता है.
Absolutely, and I think often actors are always in the limelight. But again, which is very dangerous, is that often when we create these bogies, that we ignore the real issues that women and children face in India today. I mean, for instance, in Madhya Pradesh, we know that the child violence, that rapes against children especially, amongst the highest in India. Women rapes against women in Uttar Pradesh, again extremely high. Across states, we're not stopping the violence against women and children, but we're getting diverted with issues like this.
Which is what I'm telling you. BJP always creates an eyewash, so that जो main मुद्दा होता है, the main topic से, the entire interest is somehow deviated. That's what they've been doing. That's exactly what they've been doing for pretty long now. So they're not bothered about women health. They're not bothered about empowering the women with better education or giving them protection against child abuse and rapes. What they're talking about is love jihad, bringing it together just to create a stir. I mean, people should know. People today in India, I'm like, if whoever is hearing me, I urge them to have their ears and eyes open and see what's happening. Don't always take it like, because Nusrat is from TMC, so she's going to speak against BJP. No, I'm speaking against what is wrong. I'm speaking for humanity. So just एक बार सोच के देखना चाहिए.
Absolutely, and I really agree with you. This is really beyond politics. It's about humanity. It's about the rights of every Indian. Thanks for speaking out, Nusrat Jahan Ruhi, but now you're going to be trolled again.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I still believe in saying Jai Hind, Joy Bangla, so it's okay.
Right. Nusrat Jahan, thanks very much for joining us on NDTV. It was great hearing your views. Remember, it's love, not jihad. Let's focus on that.